Happy VA Wednesday. So today I want to talk about negotiating with the seller for closing costs. And I'm going to talk to you about 3 of my favorite markets and the real estate agents that I am seeing just negotiate the bejesus out of things. Okay, so first of all, if you're new to the channel, I'm a mortgage lender licensed in 48 states. I've been ranked the #1 VA loan officer in America. My team and I are passionate about getting you to the finish line. We're also passionate about getting you to the finish line and you getting a good deal. That's right. A lot of people don't realize that you, as a veteran borrower using your VA loan, that's the critical part, can ask the seller to pay for all your closing costs plus up to 4% towards debt. It is the only loan you can do this with. Now, the general misconception is you can ask for a total of 4%. No, it's all closing costs plus 4%, okay? Now look, you may be like, well, I talked to another lender and they said you're wrong. Yeah, they just don't know. Like, it's one of those things, I don't even think I knew it till 6 years ago. It's a niche thing, but once you learn how to do it, you're like, oh, we are gonna do this all day. Because I'm gonna tell you, as a lender, restructuring people's debt is magical. It can be a game changer. It can take someone who qualifies for a 350 house. You know, we get it where the seller pays for the closing costs as well as some of that debt. Suddenly they qualify for a $400,000 house. There's a lot of lever moving that we can do with this magical guideline. Honestly, that's what it is. So here's the thing. You may be like, well, wait, who negotiates with the seller for this? That's going to be your real estate agent. And that is why it's so critical that you work with a strong real estate agent that likes to negotiate, okay? I always find that, like, there's people where they love it. You know, they have this sick love for negotiating. You know, you don't want someone who's a bully, right? Nobody likes a bully. But you want someone that really enjoys negotiating. Or you want someone that just really wants to help so much and they're going to convey that to the other side, and that makes them an incredibly effective negotiator. Now, am I seeing this opportunity everywhere in America? No, no. So where am I seeing some fun opportunities right now? Houston, that's right. Houston, surrounding areas, about 60 miles outside of Houston. I work with an agent there all the time, Sahar Khatib. You've seen her on my channel. Man, are we seeing some fun stuff with her. The other, Dallas and surrounding areas, that's right, Michelle Montmayor. Both of them are actually KW, which is funny. Like, I don't usually prefer a brokerage, but both of those women, negotiators. That's right, especially for veterans. And what we're seeing in those markets right now, those markets have more inventory. And it's because there's been so much new building going on. You know, if you really look at those markets, like the amount of builders in the market and how much they've been building, there's a lot of fun opportunity. And you may be going, okay, well, Jen, I'll just go to a builder. I saw on their website, they're going to give me $5,000. Guys, a good agent can negotiate that builder more. It's that simple. Also, with the builder contracts, what they do a lot of recently, which I really dislike, is they've been saying to buyers, oh yeah, we're going to help you with your closing costs. We're going to give you $10,000 or $20,000. But it can only be used for lender fees and discount points. You can't use it for title. You can't use it for escrow. You can't use it for homeowners insurance. You can't use it for debt. You can only use it for these lender fees if you use their lender. Yeah, here's why. Their lender is going to inflate how much their fees are, right? They own the lending company. It's like a shell game, right? You really have to watch out for that shell game. Whereas if you're going in there with a strong agent, they're going to negotiate that you can use any incentive for all closing costs, okay? Now, here's the thing. I do like it if you're a real estate agent watching this and you're negotiating for a veteran buyer, please, when you ask for that seller credit, I always recommend, if the house is like over $300,000, you want to do seller to credit XYZ, whatever percent you want, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's right. Percent towards towards VA allowables. That's right. So seller to credit, whatever the percentage is, towards VA allowables. Now, I use the word VA allowables instead of closing costs because debt, if someone wanted to be fussy, they could argue debt's not a normal part of closing costs. And that's true for all other loans. Having that VA allowables term just makes it so it's anything the VA is okay with, and debt is one of them. Okay? Really, really important. It can be a game changer in many circumstances. Now, here's the thing. Let's say you're like, Jen, I'm not in Texas. Hey, Columbia, South Carolina. Call Doreen Miller and her daughter Shelby. They're great too. But look, South Carolina is a great market. We're seeing a lot of fun there as well. And it's actually, you know, Columbia is one of those markets I'm looking at as an investor because I'm like, wait a second, I can buy a house and my payments as much as rent. Sign me up. Like, this looks good. So there's opportunity there. If you're somewhere else in the country, right, there is opportunity in other parts of the country as well. You know, Indiana, Ohio, Oklahoma, Pennsylvania for sure, you know. But there are some parts of the country where doing this strategy doesn't work, okay? And those areas are where there's like 2 houses for sale and 500 people looking. Whenever you're in a multiple offer situation, the odds of getting your seller to pay closing costs diminishes, okay? The odds of the seller to pay closing costs plus having some fun, getting rid of some debt, totally diminishes, okay? Now, does it mean it's impossible? No, but it's definitely going to be more challenging. Now, personally, because a lot of times people go, well, Jen, at what point would you feel really comfortable asking for closing costs? Usually it's going to be a house that's been on the market for a couple weeks. And does that mean you can't try the first week? No, you can always try. But here's the thing. The psychology of the seller is this. They put the house on the market. They think it's going to be, you know, selling within minutes. They want that top price. It's worth it, right? It's worth it. I drank too much coffee today. Seriously, I shouldn't be allowed espresso. But they kind of start to break down over the weeks, you know. You have to keep on vacuuming that house. Every time someone comes, you're going to be more apt to negotiate after a couple weeks. Okay, now that's what I look for. I'm going to be looking for houses that have been on the market 14 days plus. You know, if you're working with a real estate agent and the house has been on the market for 140 days and they're telling you you can't negotiate for anything, you need a new agent, friend. You need a new agent because that's crazy. There's no reason a house should be on the market for 140 days. It's either priced wrong or something's wrong with it. So look, overview, here's the deal. I say it all the time. VA is a truly magical loan. I am seeing veterans every single day across America at all different price points, all different income levels, all different credit scores, buying houses with 0 down and having their agents negotiate for the seller to pay closing costs. And when they're lucky, when they get that right house, get rid of some debt. So there's a lot you can do. If you have questions, if you want to learn more, if you're like, oh my God, I've been saving for closing costs for 2 years and I could have tried to negotiate for this, call me, 786-933-2077. Call or text. You'll talk to someone on my team. If you're like, oh, what's that about? Check our Google reviews. Seriously, Jennifer Beeston, Florida. We have the nicest clients in the world and they write the nicest things and my team really cares. So I hope this video is helpful. Remember, there's not a 4% limit. It's all your closing costs plus 4%. Okay? Thanks for watching.